25 I'm behind already.
Hang on. We have no audio, apparently. It was working a second ago. Give me a sec. Nope. Check. Yeah, now they got you.
Check. You got me now? Oh, all right. Let me just before I do my opening, guys.
YouTube is censoring Eric. Yeah.
I love all you guys. Let me just make sure.
Change. I hate it.
Let me just ask somebody in chat. Can somebody in chat tell me that you can hear me now before I go through and do that entire opening over again? All right. You ready? Let's do this. Take 2. What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Q2C-VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, where we broadcast simultaneously to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and in the multiverse. That's right. You can put your favorite VR headset on, and you can catch us in VR in the multiverse. But if you cannot catch us live, remember, you can always catch us later on your favorite podcast platform, which I am taking care of a little bit better than normal, Todd. I've updated about 10 new episodes to the almost 30 that I was behind. But we are definitely updating it, and we will have your new episodes very, very shortly. Thank you all for being here tonight. We appreciate it. We have an amazing show tonight. We are going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to have Jason Parks on from Row 2 Entertainment and Ionia and Eolia tonight. He just jumped in here a little bit late. We were a little bit scrambling with what we were doing, and we said, you know what? It's not the probably best way to do this interview. I want to treat it fairly. I want to treat, Eolia fairly and Jason fairly. So we are going to move that interview to next week, where we'll have more time. I'll be back in my home studio. It'll be much better for that. But we still have a million things to talk about tonight, guys. So you're going to get myself, you're going to get Todd, you're going to get D. We're talking hardware, we're talking games, we're talking Bonelab, we're talking Walkabout Minigolf and that fiasco today. We're talking amazing things. It's going to be a great. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest, the man who completely cheated yesterday at Walkabout Minigolf to win for the first time ever. He's in a snarky mood tonight because he can't get anything to work. Todd Jackson, what's going on, Todd? How you doing, man?
Hi diddly ho diddly. I don't know, man.
I love doing my. You know what? I'm just gonna let you know. I love doing my opening twice. I can do it twice, no problem, bro. I can do it. I'm a professional, man.
Oh my god, I hate Jank so much. So I got to redo all the audio, go back to the way I had it before. After I made those changes last week, it's just frustrating the hell out of me.
Yeah, well, hey, progress has growing pains.
It has growing pains.
And this is definitely progress, but it definitely has some growing pains. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you said, we have no audio, I went, oh, no.
I know, right? I'm watching you talk and nothing's bouncing on my screen, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. I hear somebody else chatting over there. Let's bring the amazing and wonderful D in. What is going on, D? How are you doing tonight?
It's like blah blah. Oh,
oh man, yeah, it's going good. It's going good. This is, sometimes you have these issues. I'm away. I'm doing this from Miami, home of the hurricane, and that's on its way to D now. And we're scrambling, and we were trying to get Jason in here, and things just didn't work out right. You know what I mean? And I just thought it was probably not the best time to scramble to get this up and going. And I thought, you know what, let's just move him. So he was kind of ready to go, but I think he agreed to that next week would be better off.
And a major trooper for just jumping and saying, you know what, if you guys think you can do a better job next week, then let's make a better podcast next week. And I think it's smart because that gives us a little more time to prep. Like you say, you'll be back home. He has actually some other topics that he wants to talk about that I wasn't aware of, so we can prep all that stuff. So it's going to be a good show.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we can do all the preparation H that we need to make sure that everything's right and take care of Todd's hemorrhoids because we got some serious hemorrhoids going on here. You know what I'm saying? We got some jank hemorrhoids
Oh
going on. Before we go
God.
too far, guys, let's say hello to our chat. We got some awesome people in chat. I'm going to be probably, it only goes back so far now because we were like, 20 minutes late getting going. So I can only go back so far. But if anybody saw anybody that I didn't mention, let me know. But I see Rattlehead 9026 said, can't hear you, man. I know. We're back and good now. Bacardi B is here. Mike Newton is here. What is up, Q Creator? Will Veraza is here. Echoing to the future says, no, Eric. I know. Bluebell is here. What is going on, Bluebell? Oh boy, first time Mash has been silent. I know. Wasn't good. It was a great opening too, Todd. The first opening was way fucking better than the last.
It sounded
opening.
way better than the second one. We should do it one more time.
I might. Remember the episode where I did the 25 or 50 openings that we had?
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Wolveraza is here. Shah Azrael is here. What is up, Shah? Virtual Strangers is here. What is up, Virtual Strangers? Wes knows about the jank, dude. Virtual Strangers.
He was laughing quite a bit there in chat. I saw. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's so much better when it happens to somebody else. Stephanie Masher is here. What is up, Mash Mama? Cool. How are you doing? We have an Orland Hooper sighting. Todd.
Oh.
Orland Hooper's jacked.
Yes,
yo.
it worked.
It's really quiet, but I don't care.
It is really quiet.
Hey,
I'll do it.
Main thing is it works.
Yeah.
I'll do the man justice since that's a little quiet. Orland Hooper's jacked, yo.
Wait till you see the outro.
I know. We have a new Orland Hooper picture for the outro. He's even more jacked now than he was in the original picture.
Yeah.
Man. Hell yeah. Orland Hooper is jacked, yo. We have App J is here. Ryan Brandon is here. Hussein X is in the house. Michelle B. Orland Hooper's jacked, yo. We've got a Kyle. You had me at Bonelab Kitchings. You know who else likes a Bonelab?
This better work.
My mom.
Perfect. That was low-hanging fruit, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Mickey Burr is here. Wolveraz, I think I already said. We've got a Karina Stimson sighting. How you doing, Karina? How is it going to our favorite neighbor in the multiverse? We have Chris 9989. We have, let's see, we've got a Restream bot, and it says Facebook user says, yep, all hood. I don't know what that means, but maybe that was with the audio, all good.
I think
Probably
so.
that was what that meant. Let's see. We have Mr. Tasselhoff is here. How's it going, man? Good to see you. We have a Chinatown D sighting. Cheeto Wendy, Denise Detlaf, all of her Pinball Arena. What else we got?
Nicer D.
Nicer? Neaser.
Was it
Neaser?
Neaser D?
Stephanie Masher said, hi, D. Hi, D. Let's see. We got Hello Real. What is up, Benny? Benny is in chat with Hello Real. How are you doing, my friend? And let's see. We got a Define Tech. And I'm going way back now. Kubo92 is here. Onakazi has stopped by. What is up, Onakazi? How are you doing?
We have Brianne and Facebook, Dickel Salas Pinata, Amber Manzer, and David Crowell.
Awesome. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it.
Facebook.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love it. I didn't even think we were going to make it because we were so late. If we go too long being late, they just kick us right out of Facebook. So
yeah.
But guys, we really do have a great show for you tonight because it was going to be tough because we wanted to jam so much stuff in around Jason Parks from Row 2 with that interview, but we knew there was so much stuff to talk about. So we were like, we're going to have to cut stuff, and now we don't have to cut it. You know what I mean? So, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I think probably we're going to have to talk about the first thing right now is going to be, the news of the day is Bonelab, right? I mean, Bonelab has launched. It's too bad that no content creators made any videos.
I wish I could see some footage of what it looked like. Like I have no idea what it looks like.
Yeah, really. I wish somebody would make a video, gameplay video of Bonelab, so we have the idea to know how good it is. Holy crap, dude! 1 o'clock. My freaking, because I try and keep all the content creators on notifications.
Yeah,
I get bing, 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 bing. Every channel is dropping a Bonelab video.
Yeah, it was a little bit oversaturated. It reminded me of Red Matter 2.
App J says Bonelab. Never heard of it. What is
it? Right.
Yeah. But what was awesome though? So what does Q2C-VR Gamer put up? We do a
Walkabout.
live premiere of Walkabout Minigolf.
Premier 9 holes, baby.
Oh shit, dude. I think that was the right move though, man. Just too much Bonelab, man. It's like overdose of Bonelab. But Todd, did you get a chance to get in and play it today at all?
I didn't, and we did get access today, of course, but I have not yet played it, and I probably will after this. But
So I actually did.
Did you get in?
I didn't play a lot, but I did get in. So I have my Quest here, and I had some little bit of time this afternoon between some meetings, and I jumped in, and I didn't play a long time, maybe like 45 minutes or so, probably less than an hour, but I made it through like the whole beginning area, and it's really, really good, and it's really, really Boneworks. So if you played Boneworks and you know the physics of Boneworks, the good and the bad, that's what you have here. So I haven't gotten into the story yet, and there does seem to be some type of weird story going on here, which is super cool. I'm, this is what we were looking for. I was looking for something more than the original Boneworks, and we have it here. But what we have from the original Boneworks that's carried over to Bonelab is the physics engine and the good and the bad. And if you've played Boneworks and you're honest with yourself, you know what I mean by the bad. Because where this physics engine was revolutionary, right, Todd? D, this physics engine that they made was probably one of the best physics engines I've seen in a VR game to date. But they've almost taken it too far, and they really haven't changed it much. The physics are maddening to me sometimes, because everything is so accurate. And for me, the I played just probably just under shy of an hour, and I didn't get very far. And it's not because of any reason. Then it took me forever just to get used to doing everything again.
Right.
For me, like, the controls are just a little wonky, and I don't want to start out talking about Bonelab and talk about the deficiencies, but I just think that I'm pointing it out because everybody and all the reviews are like way up here. Like everybody's like, "Oh my god, best game ever made," and I'm like, "Oh, slow down, people.
Simmer
Yeah.
All right,
down.
this game has got flaws, and it's amazing. I'm glad we have it. Okay, and I need more time in it. Okay, I've only got, like I said, just under an hour in it,
Is it
so I want
still a
more time.
$40 game?
I don't want to say that until I get more into it. I don't want to say that. I'm just saying that from what I noticed, from what I had gotten through so far, the physics jank and is still there. It's still there, and the climbing is still imperfect. Climbing was a big issue in the first game. Well, guess what?
You've had a
This is
long
an
time to
issue.
fix it. Yeah.
This
That's
is still
interesting.
the climbing for me is still an issue. Now, I don't know if anybody else. I don't know if I had a different experience than anybody else, but um, for me, I had issues, and just the fact of trying to put things in my inventory slots.
Wow,
Ha
really?
I had issues. It wasn't perfect. There are other games that do it way better. You know what I mean? And everything gets a little bit frustrating. Now, could I figure it out and take some time with it and probably get the little subtleties down about putting my gun away exactly right? Yes, I probably could, but for a $40 game and a game that's should be polished and people are saying is way up here, I shouldn't have to be like, why do I keep dropping my gun out of my holster? How come I can't just put my gun in my holster and just have it? If I get it close to the zone, magnet to the fucking holster.
Into the
Don't make me
Radius
drop the
does a
fucking gun in the ground.
beautiful job with
Yeah,
holstering your weapon. You don't have to look, you just have to have your hand anywhere near you and let go of the gun and it holsters.
yeah, yeah. It's just maddening. It's
Yeah, that's
probably not the
frustrating.
biggest thing, and I can probably figure out exactly what maybe I'm doing wrong, but I just don't want to have to. Like I want to just
Yeah, right.
You want to flow to it.
how many years now are we into VR? How are we to the point where I still can't put shit in my inventory? Like I grabbed this mace early on in the game. I open my inventory pouch, okay, and it pops up in front of you in an outline, and you're supposed to be able to take it and put it in like this spot. Well, I put it in that spot like 7 times, and it doesn't work. It falls on the ground. The eighth time, I do the same fucking thing, and it goes into the holster. And I'm like, well, what did I do different? Well, I mean, do I have to have it upside down? Do I have to have it sideways? Do I have to have it this way? If you're making these things that difficult for me, why? Why are you doing it? I don't understand why. If I get it close to that zone, suck it right in.
Yeah.
You know who else likes to suck it right in?
My mom.
Damn right she does.
You damn Skippy.
So again, I'm going to stop right here because I do not want to start. I didn't really want to start out with this game like this because I think this game is special for the Quest 2 because this game just being on the Quest 2 is freaking probably phenomenal. You know what I mean? It's probably, this is probably one of the best looking games I've seen on the Quest 2. And I think as I get farther into it, and I will go back to it, this is like the issues I have are not like, oh my God, this is the worst game ever.
It's
I
just
just don't. I
frustrating.
mean, everybody is saying this is the best game ever, and I went in. And I'm like, I have issues already, guys. How is this the best game ever?
Yeah.
Like, if you can't be honest and say this game's got flaws, I mean, game's got flaws, man.
Well, now I want to get into it more because I'm hooked on Into the Radius. I've been playing it for hours, like probably 2 or 3 days a week. I'm jumping in there because I'm loving that game. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see.
Let's do this. I'm having a tough time keeping up with chat. You guys let me know. Todd, let me know, is anybody saying in chat that has played it, they're saying that I'm way off base here or that they've tried it?
Everybody,
they don't know?
every single person in chat is saying you're wrong.
Okay. I mean, that's
No.
possible.
No, she's kidding.
Totally.
She's
I'm
totally
just
kidding.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no.
I mean, it's maybe
Traveling
it's
Van
me.
says, learned when climbing, it's better to hold the right stick down in the crouch position when transitioning. It lets you reach your perch without getting your legs caught up in the ladder. That's, to me, that just sounds stupid that I have to do that in order to climb. I should just be able to climb.
Here's the issue. They had the climbing issue was there in Boneworks.
I heard, yeah.
Boneworks was a major issue with climbing. It was a major thing. Dude, it's been 3 years. You couldn't fix the climbing?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? You want to fix climbing? Go talk to Jason Parks from Row 2 Entertainment.
Yeah.
And Eolia has the best climbing I've ever seen in the game. Better than the game The Climb.
And it's like flawless.
And with hand tracking.
With hand tracking.
With no controllers. Just doing this. And it's like perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't understand why I still can't get up on a ledge. I'm like, I'm trying to like vault over this ledge. I can't get my waist up over it. You know what I mean? Make it easy. If I take my hands and I like go like this, that should be a motion for me to get over the fucking ledge. Why are you making me get up halfway? And then I drop back down and I have to do this 15 times.
Oh, now I really want to get in and try it. I got to see how janky this is.
And again, here's the deal. If people had come out I'm just looking at the reviews. It's like 4.9, like best game ever.
Yeah, right. Well, there was 900 reviews within minutes of it being released. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, how does that happen?
How does that happen?
Who's playing this for 5 minutes and going, wow, oh my God,
I got to get my name on the review list. I got to get my name on that list.
I mean, just be honest. Let's be honest about the game. And I'm not saying this what I experienced probably doesn't ruin the game for me. I know it doesn't ruin the game for me. I'll go back and I'll definitely play it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. And I might come back next week and go, you know what, guys? I spent 7 hours, 8 hours in here, and I've gotten used to the controls, and now I'm better. But for me, for an hour, and about an hour in, it's frustrating. You know what I mean? It fixes small things. You know what I mean? So
Kazi says bandwagon effect, and I think he's right. Too many. It's just got too much hype. Everyone wants to be on the. Well, it's a great game bandwagon.
Right, and that's why it's got me upset off the bat. That's why it's got me the opposite way right now, because I'm going. I don't want to come in and shit on Bonelab. I think it's a marvel that it's even on the Quest 2. But if it wasn't like all the way up here already, I'd be like, okay, look, everybody's saying the same thing. Hey, game's got a couple of issues. They're going to work on it. I'm sure it's going to be fine. It's amazing. Okay. But instead I have to come in here and go, am I the only one that went in there and was like, this is frustrating as shit. Why am I getting this game 3 years after Boneworks?
With the same problems.
Still the same issues. I still get the same holster issues. How the hell do we get the thing where I can't drive? I mean, literally, I drop my gun and then all of a sudden I change like a tiny little thing and then it works. And then I go to do it again that same way and it doesn't work. It's like, I don't know. It's frustrating. I wish you had gotten in a chance to play it. I know Wes is in chat. Wes, has he said anything? I mean, I'm sure he played it.
Nibelheim said GT had the same kind of review.
Same issues with it.
He had a second thing that came out today too. Yeah, that talked about.
Yeah, and guys, so if anybody in chat, let me know because here's what I did today. I didn't want to have any judgment of this, so I watched nobody's content. Zero. I know Skiba put stuff out there, and I felt so bad. I will go back tonight probably and watch everybody's stuff. But before the show tonight for me, and then before I played it, I wanted to watch nobody's stuff. So I have
Yep.
no idea what anybody said. So you're getting my raw vision of this game. So this
Same. I
is
didn't
not
want to. I didn't want to watch anyone's content until I played it. I knew we had access today, so like I say, I'll play it after the show tonight, and then I'll do the same. See what everybody
Yeah.
else thought. But I even like what we did with Walkabout. We did 9 holes. It kind of ruins it for people. It's kind of fun to do it. You know,
Yeah.
same with Bonework. I don't want to. There's so much hype around this game. I didn't want to watch everybody's fucking content, and then go in there and be like, oh, this I've seen this already.
Wes says, I think that the climbing is definitely better. The moment to moment gameplay is still more difficult than it should be. I just don't get it. You know what I mean? It's they've this was one of the biggest complaints about the first game was, you know, the physics is amazing, but it's frustrating. It's like they tried to make it too perfect of a physics system to where they made it frustrating. Just dial it back a little bit. You know what I mean? To where you don't, I mean, I don't know. They do everything right, and then they get these little tiny things wrong. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Again, I don't want to. I didn't want to start out this way because from what I played, the gun handling is great. You know what I mean? If you want if you want to know what feel like, you know, reloading and loading a weapon feels like, this is it, man. It's so good, you know. And shooting a weapon, having your 2 hands on the pistol, the way you can aim with it that better that way, it's really, really good. You know what I mean? And it feels great. The melee has weight to the weapons, so you can't just one hand a huge long mace.
That's
You have
good.
to use 2 hands.
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
Green
but I
Green
expect
Hell did
these
that.
things, right? I expect these things
Yeah.
now. You know, did we expect these things when Boneworks came out? No, because back then it was new.
It was
But
groundbreaking.
now,
Yeah.
again, we're 3 years in now, and I'm like, this is all amazing. Super good. And think about every person that was unable to play Boneworks. A lot of people out there that don't have a PC,
Right.
never played Boneworks, have watched videos of people playing Boneworks. Boneworks is an extremely popular game, especially to stream it, because it's such a cool game to watch. So there's a lot of people out there that never have experienced it. Those people today have their Quest 2s and they're experiencing it, which I think is amazing. And I will definitely give this game its due. That it is amazing. What they did with this has got to be hammering, pushing to the Quest 2 to its max, right?
Right. Right. Yeah. No, it's good. I can't wait to jump in there. You know what we didn't do? We haven't teased the games we're giving away today.
Oh yeah, let's do that so I can calm down and get my blood pressure down a little bit.
Breathe. Woosah.
Breathe.
All right.
Yeah.
Today we're going to give away a key to Walkabout, and why not? With the dropping of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea new DLC content today.
Yeah. What else did they drop? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We're going to give away a key to Shuttle Maze. Great game. And
Seriously, if you haven't played Shuttle Maze, go check it out. It's really cool.
It's really cool. Yeah. And System Critical, The Race Against Time. We had those guys in chat last week.
Yeah, we had System Critical guys stop in last week, and they had sent us a couple of keys, and I had plans to play it, but I had, because of the weather and the hurricane coming in, I ended up leaving 2 days early to come to Miami, so I actually didn't have any time, and that's one of the reasons, that we're a little late with Jason too. Is I've had a lot of time this week to get things ready, so. Yeah, so we'll definitely get in there and we'll play that, right? We have access to that game, Todd.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to get in there. But we'll give that key away tonight, and so somebody else can play it. And
Yeah, for sure.
whoever gets a chance to play it and wins it, they can come back and talk to us about it next week as well. So yeah, so we'll just finish up Bonelab. I still think it's great for VR. This game probably will bring some people into VR. Bonelab Boneworks is a classic game that people absolutely love, and the fact that they put Bonelab on a standalone headset will bring people into VR. I think there's a lot of hype. There was a lot of hype around this. Does the hype pay off? I don't know yet. For me right now, it's a meh. But I've talked to people, like I talked to Skiva. He's like on his 3rd playthrough already. He's just absolutely loving it. But he was a huge Boneworks fan too.
Wow. But does he see any difference? Like, does he see it as a upgrade, or is it just a platform Fort.
I don't want to speak for him because I didn't really
Yeah.
I didn't talk to him a lot about, those things, but I just, we did talk about that he was loving it. We'll just say that. I'll say that
Right.
he's loving it, and he did do comparison videos. And I haven't watched them yet myself, but I'm sure they're amazing. I will watch them later.
Tatiana
And I
did a
think
comparison one as well.
I did. I saw you had posted that too. That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward, and I will go through and I'll watch everybody's tonight. I will sit down tonight after we're done, and I will watch Mike's, and I will watch, Tatiana's and Skiba's and GT's, and anybody out there. I will watch what they have to say. I just hope that they're all, fair to the game. You know what I mean? Be fair with it. If you can't say it to me right now. I mean, unless I'm completely off base and I was doing something completely wrong, I can't say this is like
Game of the
a
year.
home run. Up here. It might be, and after I'm done with it, I might go, wow, this is just amazing. And the small jank I had with the controls and some of the physics are just not that big of a deal. Maybe it's very possible if I get more time into it, maybe it'll change my mind. It's just that with a $40 game that's got this much hype, I want to go in and go. I want to go in and not have any issues. Okay, I want it to be freaking Saints and Sinners.
Right.
You go in and try and find a problem with Saints and Sinners. You can't. Go in and find a problem with Half-Life Alyx. I mean, maybe you want to say the story is a little shallow and maybe it's a little short, but other than that, I mean, you're not finding much wrong with these games. That's what you expect out of a $40 game. I don't want to have to go, hey, this is great, but
Right.
like I don't want to do that. It's a $40 game. I want to go in and go, this is amazing. Red Matter. Has anybody said
Yeah.
anything wrong about Red Matter? Can you? Can you? I don't think you can. Red Matter 2?
I played through it start to finish, never had one problem.
Right. So I mean, those are the games when you go in there, you want to go phenomenal.
Yeah.
Blows me away. Nothing wrong with it. I have nothing but great things to say.
Into the Radius. I
Um,
have not had any jank in Into the Radius yet
Same.
at all.
Same here. Yep. For me, I have jank here. I don't know. I'd like to get everybody else's opinion, but for the 40 bucks that it is, I want it to be great. Wolverado says gunwork and shooting is literally my favorite thing in VR, but really kind of need challenging enemies to make it fun, as long as they have hardness levels. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get into a ton of the combat. I saw some of the little robot, crab creatures. I
Yeah.
saw some of the little zombie, guys walking around and took care of them. Nothing, challenging that I thought was crazy, but I thought the gunplay was great. Gunplay is amazing. Really, really good. I mean, you can't. It's probably the best.
Part of the game.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, and it's probably the best for me. It's probably the best gun handling and gun physics in a game.
Oh, really?
in
Like over
Rusty
Zero
VR.
Caliber even? I like the
Oh
physics
yeah,
in that one.
yeah, better than Zero Caliber for sure.
That's good.
It feels really good. I mean, putting the clip, the magazine in, cocking it, everything feels good and
You
it
know who
feels
else
right.
likes to
And
cock it?
shooting the weapon, yes,
My
he does.
mom!
Yes, he does.
He's trying not to spit her coffee out.
This is my favorite coffee, so if you make me spit it out, I'm gonna be pissed.
All right, so I guess unless anybody has anything else to say about Bonelab, I think we'll kind of move on from it a little bit. I just want to look back in chat and see if I can see if anything else that people were saying. Um,
A lot of people shocked that the story is so short. Even Onakazi was saying something about that. I'm surprised they took the bare bones story complaints from Boneworks and kind of did less with the story. And it's totally right. That just shocks me as well. So
I mean, I was hopeful that it's from the beginning for me. It seems there is a story there. Again, I'm only a little less than an hour in, so I don't want to say how much is there. I don't know that yet, but it seemed like there's way more there from off the bat for me. I'm reading all these little clipboards that have some background story of kind of what is going on. You kind of start out. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but when you come into the game for the first time, you look like you're in these medieval times, and you have a noose in front of you, and you basically put a noose around your neck, and then the game starts, and all of a sudden you see this crowd of with like torches around you, like you're in medieval times.
wow.
And basically they start opening up this pit around you to the where all of a sudden you have nowhere to stand anymore, and you fall, and you start to hang yourself. You're hanging, and then all of a sudden there's a knife that appears in front of you, and you reach out and grab the knife, you cut the rope, you fall down in this hole, and then you start going through these caverns, and then you start to see like pipes and like modern plumbing and lighting and like and you're like, what is going on here? And you start seeing these clipboards and radios, and you're like, what is going on? You see there's a little bit of backstory here that seems really interesting. That is one of the things that I really liked about it so far. So for somebody to say that the story seems shallow, I'm like, I hope not. I hope there's more there. Pretty cool though. I mean,
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I'll put my thoughts in Discord when I'm done, just to see if anyone's interested to see what my thoughts are.
You should make a video because nobody has done it yet.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do that.
So we did make a video that dropped today.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
We made a Walkabout mini golf video, which I love Walkabout mini golf. I love Mighty Coconut. These guys are great, and I'm sure they got completely overshadowed today with Bonelab. Rightly so. Bonelab is a huge game, and this is just DLC. It's not a new game, but it's special DLC, right, Todd?
Super special. Like, this one blew my mind. Every single time they come out with one of these new paid DLC, the free ones are great, don't get me wrong, but the paid ones, every time my mouth drops. And I think this is the best DLC ever. Like, there's no way they're going to top themselves. And then Labyrinth comes out, and I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. Like, the mazes and the characters, and there's no way they're going to top themselves. And then 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea comes out, and I'm completely blown away that I'm in a submarine at 20,000 leagues under the sea, playing mini golf. It's ridiculous. It is so cool.
It is really cool, man. And to me, they've outdone themselves on another fantastic course. It's mind bending to me that they can continue to make these courses and make them better and better and better. I mean, from some of the originals to what we played the other night. The me, you, and D, because we were trying to play this the other night, 2 nights ago, and we couldn't because D's key wasn't ready yet. She had to sign the NDA, and that hadn't been done yet. So we had gotten in to do this. Her key wasn't ready yet, so she couldn't play. So we still wanted to play golf, and we wanted to hang out together. So we played 9 holes of Quixote Valley. Is that what it's called?
Yep, Quixote Valley. Yep.
That was my first time playing that one, by the way.
Same.
We played 9 holes of that, and it was a blast. So you can see the progression of their of the courses and how great they are. And that course was amazing. We had a lot of fun playing that course. And then you move yourself up into some of the Lost Cities courses like El Dorado and Shangri-La and the Gardens of Babylon, or whatever it's called, which were all freaking amazing, one after another after another. Great games, great courses that you're like, how do they top it every time? And then you get into Sweetopia, another great course, just amazing the way they did that. And then boom, Labyrinth falls in your lap, and man, how much fun did we have in Labyrinth playing that? That was so good, right?
Good times, man.
It was super fun.
Some of those courses were difficult, man. Holy cow.
They get hard, right? For sure. And
that
then
wasn't even the night mode, too.
I know. We're doing the easy stuff. And then boom, they drop this 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which some people were probably like, what's this all about? I don't get it. Like, some people might not even know what there's a lot of people that don't know who Jules Verne is, who don't know what 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is. Guess what? Doesn't matter. It's freaking amazing, man. You're playing mini golf in a huge submarine, the Nautilus, and you get in there and you're in like this little mini sub, right? And you spawn in and you're like, where am I?
I was confused at the beginning. Yeah, I was like, what the hell are we doing in this little? How do we get out of here? Like, what's going on?
Like we're like traveling somewhere, and then we Todd, what happens? What do we do when
it comes closer and closer and closer, and then you dock on the submarine. You dock.
What do you do?
You dock. Do I need to record that?
You dock.
You dock. You dock.
Oh my God, he's so Canadian, D. What's all this docking about, eh?
Right.
It was too funny. I had to make fun of him, Dave, last night.
He did. Yeah. He made fun. But that's okay. I kicked his
ass. I'm pretty sure.
So D, unfortunately, she couldn't do the video with us because we had to do it last night because we were out of time. Todd still needed to record it. We needed to edit it. D still didn't get her key yet. But you did get it now, right? You got it.
Yeah, I got it earlier today. Yeah.
So did you get a chance to get in and check it out?
I just got off work, man.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
No.
you
So you
know
didn't
that.
check it out yet.
You got to check it
No,
out
I
after
have.
work. It is so cool.
You know what else I have to do after work though? That I'll.
What, D? What's going
I'm
on with you?
torn,
You got all
dude. I'm
weekend.
torn. No, D has been waiting so long to build this damn PC. She's got all the parts. She started it last night. D wants to finish this shit.
Yeah, Todd, did you see that picture that D sent of her computer completely
Yeah.
blown up?
Yeah.
We should put that picture up of
What?
D's computer
I've got
completely
some.
destroyed.
Well, it's not destroyed. It's just that's the new one, like all apartish.
Completely ripped apart.
Let me see if I can
But
get
you're
it up.
ready, right? You have everything you need now.
I have
So
everything.
by this weekend,
Oh
PCVR
yeah,
Palooza.
no. By Saturday, I'm. You might not see me until show
Yeah,
preference on Monday.
we're back
So
into After the Fall this weekend.
yay. You know what? I'm gonna have to because I'm gonna have to play it on high settings.
Dude, so
So
D has been boycotting After the Fall. So
after
I've
the
been
jank.
I've had a little couple of downtime when I've been here, especially during the storm and stuff, when the weather wasn't great. So nobody wanted to play After the Fall with me. So I'm on my quest, and I'm like, I'm gonna play. So D, I get in there with some randos. I found so much cool information. Like I know
Oh
some
yeah.
I don't know if I'm not gonna call them cheats, but I know some workarounds where I can get like almost unlimited money.
So
What? Really?
jank in
Yeah.
your favor. Collect 500 hearts. What?
Yes. 500. How about
Oh,
I can get
1,000.
myself
Yeah,
to
I'm
like
just
30
throwing out.
million?
I'm like Monopoly money, community chest cards,
Yeah.
dude. Come on. Give me
Yeah.
30 million. What?
Guess who completed their first horror run last night?
No, wait, with randos. Nice
This guy
work.
with Brandos.
He lucked out.
The day before. Oh yeah, D, your computer.
No, nobody can
What?
see that but you.
Oh,
Only Eric can see
So
that at the moment.
yeah. So Wes was
yeah.
gonna jump in with me to After the Fall last night, but he ended up falling asleep. So I just ended up going in there with some randos. And D, we ran and beat two nightmare runs. My first ever, completing nightmares, two of them.
Yeah.
And then we went in and beat a horror on Boulevard, dual wielding my new shotgun, D,
Wow.
with
Oh.
the mutator of what do they call it? It's frozen something, where if you can keep connecting, you get like a 20% chance of not having to reload and having infinite ammo.
Wow.
So you're just dual shooting with these
That's
shotguns, and it's
crazy.
amazing. You don't even have to reload, and you can just
Oh
wreck
boy.
everything. It's
There's D's
amazing.
equipment. Everybody can see.
Yeah.
D, look at
No,
that.
I've made it further than what you see in this picture here.
Yeah, the
So
board's
I've
in.
already got the
Yeah.
board, the memory's in there.
CPU's in.
Well, not anymore because I had to put it in the old PC so I can be here.
Right. Right.
But yeah, no, it's
The CPU's in though, and the new heatsink is on.
oh yeah. No, not yet.
Oh, not
It's
yet.
all there. It's ready to go because that's gonna be like one of the last things I do. I'm gonna put in the motherboard and everything next. Um, then the CPU cooler card and plug everything in.
Cool.
Looks good.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll be ready to roll. Looks good, D. Looks good.
Dude.
You're gonna be ready to roll. I'm glad you got all your stuff finally, and you're ready to join the PCVR Master
I
Race.
That's
know.
right.
Exciting.
If you
Exciting.
build it, the games will come, says Ryan Brandon.
Yeah, right. Bluebell
Ooh.
says, "Isn't that cheating? Do you know how many times, Bluebell, that effing game has completely screwed me over? And do you know how much money I've spent on Harvest? I've spent in Horde mode runs to get to round 40 and to lose everything because I can't. There's so much jank, I can't even get out of the round. This game owes me, yo, big time. So if I have to do a workaround so I can buy a mod for a weapon." Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I ain't gonna feel bad about it. I may not tell anybody else about it because I don't know.
Don't want to ruin it for the whole
Maybe
community.
maybe I'll tell D.
Yeah. Tell me because
Better.
I never play it and I need the money.
Onikazi says air or water cooling. I think she's gonna go air cooling.
Air
right?
cooling, yeah.
Was that Corsair?
No, you're not submerging it in mineral oil or
We're not
anything.
supposed to do that?
Well, you can.
No, D's not gonna do that. It's okay.
No. Steam has definitely screwed me over in that game, Bluebell. Big time. I'm not salty. Yeah, I'm salty.
A little bit.
All right. So let's finish up on Walkabout Mini Golf, and then we'll let's give a key away after that. So Walkabout Mini Golf.
Any
Um,
issues today with the Walkabout mini golf?
So we decide we're going to do the first. We're
Damn.
going to we've had access to have had access to it for a little while. We recorded it the other night. Todd edited it, and I messaged him this morning. I said, Todd, why don't we make it a premiere? Okay, so then it'll go live. People can watch it live, and me and you
Oh,
can
yeah,
get in the
that's
chat,
right.
and we'll talk to everybody. And it was going really, really good. I mean, we had a lot of people in there having fun. We were chatting live, watching us play Walkabout Mini Golf, and it was a lot of fun, man, for our first live premiere.
We had more
We
people in
get
ours
done.
than Upload VR had in theirs at times. So
Dude, I looked
I
over at
was
one
so
point and I'm
happy.
like, wow, we have like 10 more people watching us than Upload VR does right now because they
Yeah.
did the same thing basically.
Yep, same thing.
Didn't last very long, but it was for a little
No,
while.
for a little while.
Oh, good.
It was fun.
But yeah, thank you for everybody who came and checked it out. But so then we get done and me and Todd are like, great success. He goes on his merry way. I go on my merry way. I have meetings all morning. I get a message from him. Did you see your email? Walkabout just asked us to pull everything, and I'm like, "What the hell did we do wrong? We waited." I'm like, "That can't be us." I mean, we waited. The embargo said, 11 o'clock Central Time, which is
Yep.
12 p.m. Eastern Time. We did everything we were supposed to do. He's like, "No, there's like issues, like with something. I don't know. It's not just us. It's issues. They asked us to pull it." So I don't know if anybody else did. Todd, did you even notice? But we did pull it.
Yeah, we pulled it visibly off of everything that we put it on. I didn't
Yeah.
delete the videos or anything because it only had to be down for 35 minutes is all they wanted. So I just visibly made it disappear. And I think everyone did because I started searching for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea during that time frame and I couldn't find any new videos. So I think everyone hid them, which was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was good because there was issues. They had left some things in that build that they weren't supposed to leave in that build.
Yes.
So if you were buying the game before 1 p.m., you got some extras that you weren't supposed to get. Let's say that lightly.
Well, it's all over GT's Discord, so the cat's out of the
Yeah,
bag. We're not
cat's
going to
out of the
mention
bag.
any
We might as well
names or
say it now.
anything, but we're not going to tell you who had access, but some people had
basically,
access to
certain people had access to every one of the new Jules Verne courses, right?
all the
So
holes that were finished. Some of them aren't done yet, so they
Right,
couldn't
but
play
the
the
ones
whole
that
thing.
were finished, all of a sudden they had access to. So they were scrambling, man.
They were
They were
scrambling.
like, please pull all your stuff. And we did. I wasn't happy about it. I mean, I was like, man, really? We had such a good success. And now I have to pull my video down where I guarantee you there's content creators out there that didn't. But that's not the point. The point is that Mighty Coconut is, they're friends of the channel, they're friends of the group. As soon as they said something, we're gonna pull
We
it
pulled
down.
it.
Right.
So
Yeah. It's not even a thought. We were gonna pull it down. And I hope everybody else did.
So I was
But again-
talking to a guy through Discord or Messenger, and he's like, "I got access to all the Jules Verne courses." I'm like, "Did you try them?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
He found balls. They tried to get all the way through to get the club, but they couldn't because some of the holes weren't finished, so they couldn't play some of the holes. And then about an hour went by. I messaged him again. I'm like, "So I checked my headset and I don't have access to any of this stuff. So is it still there?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's still there if I don't update. It's telling me it needs an update. But if I say launch anyway with no
Don't
update,
update.
it works. I
Don't
can
do the
still
update.
play it.
Don't do the update.
But if you
Yeah,
do the
yeah.
update, I think it's going to take it all." So he did do the update because he wanted a legit copy of the game. So he did the update and it all went away.
Hey, Boy Brown is in the chat. What is going on, Boy Brown? How are you doing? Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. And he says, yep, I played some, but I wasn't sure what I was playing. They all had question marks instead of course names.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these things can happen. I get, they just put the wrong build in, right? And they had to scramble and take that build out and put the new build in.
Yeah.
So they just need a little bit of time. And if you have that new one until you do the update, you're going to be able to play those courses. And I guarantee, I mean, I would never show it if it was me. But I love
we're
Mighty
not gonna
Coconut
show
and
it.
we're good friends with them. There are going to be people out there that show this, right? I mean, have we seen it yet? Has anybody seen it out there? Maybe there isn't. Maybe everybody's being awesome.
I haven't seen this yet, but I have seen, and during this whole process of me searching for new content for Walkabout, I saw a bunch of one guy in particular, and I don't remember his name, but his YouTube channel has 86 people on it or something. So it wasn't like he's a major player. But last week or earlier this week, Monday, Tuesday, he was posting every hole from the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in a separate video, like 4 days prior to when he should have. I was a little surprised.
Really?
Yeah, they're all on there, and they all say 4 days ago. I was like,
wow.
That's a little ballsy. That's how you get taken off the list.
Well, I mean, that was a common theme, not just for Walkabout,
No.
because there was some content creators out there that were spoiling a whole bunch of shit and, breaking embargoes for Bonelab as well.
No embargo has been broken more than the Bonelab embargo.
It's just ridiculous, man. And
so
here is
frustrating.
where we get to the shitty part of content creation, right? Because, and we all say, VR is so small and the content creator world here is so small that we're all awesome people, and that it's so great right now because you're going to get to the point where it's not going to be all awesome people. Just like in flat content creation, there's as many dickheads out there as there are great content creators out there. And right now, the majority of VR content creators are all amazing, good people that are really, really looking forward to try and, make their channel great, but in process of doing so, making VR great. There are people getting out there now that don't give a shit about that. They just give a shit about them and trying to get ahead of somebody else and promote their channel and move their channel ahead at any cost. And that's not the right way to do things. And that's the shitty thing. And that's where you start breaking embargoes. And here's the deal. You do this once, you're going to do it again. And you're going to do it again. And then you become the king of the 50 or the 55. And you know what those are? So instead of doing you release your video at 1 o'clock, you release your video at 12:50. Or you release it at 12:55 or 12:58. You know what I mean? Or 12:59. You're the king of whoever does it the quickest is going to get in there. So let me get out there and do it 2 minutes beforehand. And if they say anything, oh, my clock was a couple minutes fast or a couple minutes slow on me or whatever, my couple fast. So, I don't know. To me, I don't like it. There was a lot of, you guys saw
the shit out of me. Yeah. And there's a lot of content creators, small guys, including us. We're not a large content creator at the moment. And we didn't get access to Bonelab pre-access. To see the guys that did get it abusing it was frustrating.
Yeah, because not all of them, right? So all the ones that did get access to it, that put a ton of time and ton of work into their stuff, and people are out there screwing it, and not releasing when they're supposed to release, or talking. Forget about releasing content. How about talking about it? How about somebody coming out 3 or 4 days ago saying, "Yep, played Bonelab 10 hours, faking great game. This is great. This is great. This is great." You're not supposed to say any of that. Embargo means you don't talk about the game until the game releases. You can't come out and go, "Yeah, it's a fantastic game. I got 10 hours in it. It's freaking great.
I finished it 3 times.
You can't say that.
4 times or 5
times. The whole idea is you not to give an opinion on the game until the embargo's over. So you coming out and saying, "Yeah, 10 hours, great. It's an amazing game. Did this, did this, did this." You can't do that, man. That's breaking embargo. Man, God, I'm in a pissy mood now tonight. Between Bonelab and this, and Todd being all jankified in the beginning, and me having to do my opening twice. Damn.
Aren't you glad you went away?
Hurricanes. I'm in beautiful Miami, though. We're going to talk about why I'm in Miami and what I'm doing here and what I just left.
I know.
To come and join you, amazing
You people out there watching us have no idea what sacrifice this man has done.
I do this to myself every time.
I know.
I remember
last
year at CES, I had a chance to go with Skiva and Z Storm and Jasmine to go to the Tesla party and go and try the Tesla suit. And I didn't, because I needed to come and do this show. I'm like, what am I doing, man? But so yeah, we'll talk in a little bit. We'll talk about Vail and AXE Lab and some cool stuff that's going on down here, and why I'm down here in Miami, why I traversed Hurricane Ian to come down here and hang out. Ian?
Mm-hmm.
Ian?
All right, let's let me take another breath. Let's give away a game. What are we going to give away first?
No, you guys sort that out. I'll get the wheel ready.
So do you guys know the? I was looking the other day. I should stop doing this, by the way, too. I looked at the YouTube analytics after the PlayStation. Remember the PlayStation State of Play where I had my rant on the State of Play?
Yeah.
The only time that I've ever seen this, we lost 4 subscribers that day.
Oh, dude.
No
I have to make sure I stop going and looking at the analytics because I don't. This stuff will drive me nuts if I ever do it. But apparently, we had 4 people that thought the State of Play was amazing, and I was completely off base. And they're like, "Unsubscribe, we're out of here."
Screw this guy.
Oh man, too funny. We probably just lost 5 more that think Bonelab is the best game ever,
Yeah, right.
Oh.
and that no content creator can do any wrong.
Yeah. But bye now.
Bye bye.
No?
All right.
Onakazi says, "Oh yeah, the Vail thing. Yeah, Vail is cool, man. I'll talk a little bit about that. But I was just at the studios, AXE Lab Studios, and pretty awesome, and met some cool people.
Let's give away a key to
All right.
Walkabout
Hell yeah, good time. Walkabout Minigolf.
with the 4K wheel of D.
Look at that. It looks amazing, Todd. The new wheel.
I know.
The new wheel of D. The D wheel.
The D wheel.
Looks good. Ooh, that could be a Shah Azrael.
I think so.
I think so.
Ooh, or Hello Real. Oh, so close. The Echo into the future says, "We on the D list." On the D list. Hell yeah.
Yay!
So Onakazi says, "Oh, by the way, the Fanatical Build Your Own VR bundle looking pretty good. I actually haven't seen that yet. Can one of you guys pull it up and let me know what is on the Fanatical Build Your Own?
Yeah,
VR
I
bundle?
haven't
It'd be
seen
good to-
the new one.
I haven't even heard
I'm
that there
looking
was
right
a new
now.
one.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I'm looking right now.
Congrats, Shah Azrael. How are you doing, man? Thanks for coming by, and congrats on winning Walkabout Minigolf.
Oh, it's a killer one again, dude.
We got no spam in the kitchen sighting. Nick Thompson, what is up, Nick? How you doing, man? Yeah, and thank you, Onakazi, for popping that link for that Fanatical bundle. But Todd, give us a rundown. What do we got for the Fanatical bundle?
Give me 2 seconds here, and I'll just pull it up so we can have a quick
Yeah,
look.
for sure. Damn, you're so good now. Look at you. As long as we have audio, man, you're doing a good job. No echo and, all the good stuff. D, Todd was so salty tonight, wasn't he, when we came in?
I don't. Like I said, don't bring me into your.
He was
no,
so-
I'm impartial. I have no comment.
D, he was so
No comment.
pissy.
No
He
He
was
comment.
so
blames me for
mad. He was-
everything, D.
No
Yeah,
comment.
I come in
No
and he's
comment.
like, "Where are you? You're not in here." I'm like, "I'm in here with D. I don't know where you are." He blames me, D, like it's my fault.
It is your fault.
No comment.
Oh my god, we're like an old married
I
couple.
know.
Oh, too funny.
All right, that'll work.
Looking good. Holy shit, is Shadowgate part of this Fanatical bundle?
Yeah. Shadowgate and
Wow.
2 other games.
Dave didn't even tell me. Dave's on vacation right now. doing a
Shadowgate
freaking
VR,
cruise.
Warplanes
Ooh,
Battle of the
Warplanes.
Pacific, Vengeful
Mhm.
Rights, Mare. I've never heard of
Vengeful
Ma.
Rights is fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
If you haven't played Vengeful Rights, go play Vengeful Rights. It is probably one of the best, like, melee dungeon crawlery type, Zelda type games that you'll play. Really good. Mare, I don't know about Mare.
I don't know
need
that
to-
one. Yeah.
I mean, I know what it is, but I actually haven't played it. I would need to get into it. Is that Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Audio
What's the
Trip.
next one?
This one's
Nice.
Acid
Hey,
Punk.
Audio Trip's amazing.
Echoes of Doll City. I don't know that one.
Hmm.
Nervosa
one?
Escape. Looks like a
don't know
horror
that one
escape
either.
room or something. Deep States. All hail Cookatron. There you go, D. Cookatron.
Cookatron,
Ooh,
oh my
cooking
God.
game.
Hey, Down the Rabbit Hole, though. That's a great game.
Yeah.
What's that next to Down
Monster
the Rabbit Hole? What's that one?
Showdown.
Never heard of that
Never
one.
heard of that one.
Groove Gunner? Is that
Yeah.
what that says?
Yeah,
Groove
it's
Gunner?
like a
Yeah.
Synth
Target
Riders kind
shooter,
of a game.
kinda?
That's like a music, but with guns.
Never heard
Maybe
of it.
like
Have you?
Audica, maybe ish.
Oh,
don't know.
I would
Probably,
like
yeah.
to probably. I've never heard of it, but I would check it out. These are all Steam
Pinball.
games, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
These
it's
are
a
all Steam
Steam
games?
deal. It's a Steam deal. Yeah.
There's pinball at the bottom.
Power Beats is good, right? What's Full Choke?
That looks like just like a clay shooting VR.
Okay. And what's
Shotgun
the one
shooting
next to
sim.
that?
Song Beater.
Song Beater.
Oh my God.
Song beater and full choke.
Full Choke Song Beater. We need to play this one. Song Beater. Oh my God.
Pinball.
Lyra. You okay? Oh shit. Song Beater.
Pinball.
And Pinball FX2. That's a good one, actually.
Pinball FX2 is amazing.
Yeah.
I love that game. Pinball FX2. I know you were talking about it with
You're gonna
somebody
need that
in one of the Discords,
I
right?
know. I have all the flat versions of all the flat tables for Pinball FX, but not the
Oh, yeah,
only
that's-
VR I have is Star Wars Pinball.
That's garbage. Overkill VR, and what else was down there, Todd?
Everything Must Fall.
Everything Must Fall. Never heard of that.
No.
And what's that one? Okana Conflict?
Orkana Conflict VR. Yeah. Looks like a.
You know, if it has VR next to its name, it's old and probably not good. Because when all the oldest VR games, that was when you had to put VR in your title, right? To
Or
forget
no one
people
would
to
find
realize
you.
it was a
Yeah.
VR game.
Yeah.
So everything was VR, you know what I mean? So if it says VR in the title, it's number one, it's probably not that good. Number two, it's probably really old. So they're $5.88 each. Is there a package?
This is
price here?
Canadian, so that's probably $4.99 American. So $5 each, I would guess.
So from as little. So what's the deal though? I see there's like
3,
4 for 10,
4, or 5. Yeah.
4. Okay, so so 5 for how much?
5 for $29.39 Canadian, so that's $24.99.
Wow. So
How
5
long
games.
does
I
it
mean,
go on for?
Shadowgate alone is $24.99
Yeah, right.
on a regular price. Warplanes, I think, is $20. I think $19.99. Am I right? I could
Yeah.
be wrong there, but
No, it is 17.
I mean,
no,
if
it's like $14 on Steam.
I think Audio Trip is $19.99. I think if you just took
Down the rabbit hole is
Shadowgate,
$20.
Shadowgate, Audio Trip, pinball. Well, pinball's on sale for right now for $6, I think, anyway, right? But yeah, Down the Rabbit Hole is a phenomenal game. I mean, there's a lot of games here I would never play. I would never buy. But you took Shadowgate, Warplanes. What was it? 5 games?
Yeah.
Shadowgate, Warplanes, Vengeful Rights, Audio Trip, and Down the Rabbit Hole. That's for
It's $100 worth of games for $25.
$24.
Yeah, that's a great deal. Cool. I don't know who
How
dropped
long
that
does
in
it go
chat,
on
but thank
for?
you for dropping that for us.
That was Onakazi.
Yeah, good job, man. That's a great deal right now.
We need to. Oh, it's $21.99 on Onakazi saying. The Canadian dollar is worthless, bro. It's worthless. Holy crap, dude. You guys got to do something about that.
It's fine up here.
All right, so it's a great deal. If you have a computer, if you have PC VR, the only deal better than that is Viveport Infinity for $8 a month because you get 2,200 games for $8 a month, I think.
Yeah.
But you have to have PC VR, and there is a man who is sitting here with us right now, and it's not D. No, not that D's a man.
I hope not.
But this man right over here, who legitimately thinks he's better than me, Todd, tell everybody what you got coming.
I have a Pimax
He's got
8KX
so many-
coming from you.
Yeah, so he's got a Pimax 8KX coming, and then.
But I needed
which is,
base stations.
Yeah, to use them. So he needed to go out and buy base stations and controller. You needed Valve Index controllers, the knuckle controllers, and you needed base stations. So what did you do?
I bought an Index.
He went and bought a fucking Index. Hey guys, I need to. Hey, honey, he was like, look, honey.
I hope my wife's not watching the show.
And he's like, Allison, look, I gotta go get the controllers. I gotta go get the base stations.
I might
as well just put the headset in there anyway. So this man goes out and buys a brand new Valve Index. You're not done yet, Todd. You're not done. So Pimax 8KX, a Valve Index. What else you got coming, Todd?
I have a Pico 4 coming.
What? They're not available in North America or Canada.
Well, I might actually have 2 coming. I might have to return
Why you got
one.
2 coming? What did you buy it twice?
No, I think they're going to send me one.
Really? They reached
Yeah.
out to you? Nice.
They sent me some lady's name this afternoon, so I emailed her. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. I'm in Canada, so I highly doubt they're going to send me one. But I did buy one. Eric Hartley actually tweeted out a website that is selling them from the UK that ships to Canada and the US. So I bought one.
Well, here's the deal, guys. All kidding aside, I'm really happy you haven't had a good PC VR headset in a long time. I mean, basically, if you know Todd, he's been sitting on a piece of shit Windows mixed reality headset that's back there. What is that thing? Is that Samsung Odyssey?
That is a Acer.
No, it's an Acer. It's the worse than a Acer. It's not even as good as a Samsung Odyssey.
No.
It's an Acer piece of shit. And then
Hey,
you've had
in 2014, it was fantastic.
And then you had a Quest 2, right? So that's all you've had.
And Quest 1.
And a Quest 1. Okay.
And a PC VR. Or a PSVR.
Yeah. But we're talking for new VR headsets, a good
Quest
PC VR headset. You haven't had one really.
No.
You've been working off the Quest 2, which is an okay PC VR headset, but as we know, it has compression issues with the with Link
and
with AirLink and with the Link cable. Yeah, I mean it's not the best ideal headset to play PC VR. And if you have a high end computer, which you do, you have a 3090, right?
80.
Or 3080. Yeah, so you have a great computer. You want to get the best, fidelity, the highest fidelity that you can. So I get it. You wanted to upgrade, so you went and you got yourself an Index, which you need the controllers. You need to run your Pimax, which you are going to get. You needed the controllers anyway. You needed the base stations, but
right.
The whole idea of the Pico 2 is we want to be able to cover the Pico stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? We are not just a Quest 2 group, even though our name says Q2C. We do cover PlayStation. We do cover PC VR. We do cover everything. And if there's another standalone headset out there and there's going to be games for that headset, we want to play it and we want to tell you about it. So I think it's an investment for our channel that Todd will have a Pico 4. I will have a Pico 4 that they're sending me. So we'll both have one and we'll both be able to play the games for Pico and we'll both be able to tell you about the headset and we'll both be able to tell you how the games are and how the games are playing on the headset as a PC VR headset and as a standalone headset, which I think is important. So
yeah, we both have access to the Pico store now, so we can see the new games and stuff that are available, and all the banger new titles are on there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like inside the Pico. We'll be approaching all the developers from now on and asking to fill our vault with not just Quest keys and Steam VR keys, but with Pico keys too that we can give away to the community once the Picos are released to the masses. And we'll do the same thing with Pimax once the Pimax's store gets published and all those headsets that they have coming are released as well. So it'll be good. We went in debt for the channel.
Yeah, big time. You went into big time this week. Yeah. Your wife is gonna kick your ass, bro. If I told my wife that I just bought 2 brand new headsets, I'd be dead.
Yeah. Well,
I'd be looking to leave the country. Holy crap, dude!
I know. I hear you. I'll be paying for it for a while.
The Pico, again, the Pico is for us. It won't be a headset that I use often. I imagine I'll probably use my Quest 2 more. But I will. I want to see it. You know what I mean? And they are.
I want to create content for it too. Like I think everybody needs to see it.
Sure.
And it's not needs to see it, but is curious to see it. And what better place to show them than here? So.
Sure, and there's going to be people out there that like the Pico or buying or have a thought of buying the Pico and want to know, and we want to tell everybody. I want to be able to tell everybody if it is a good headset or not, and I think that's important for our channel. Just that's why we also have the Pimax 8KX, and we'll be getting access to the Pimax Crystal when that's available. We'll be one of the first channels that has a Pimax Crystal. Like we would have it already, but they got delayed. Which we were going to talk about tonight, which I think we'll wait and we'll talk about next week. We have some Pimax information that nobody really has yet, and I think we'll talk about that a little bit next week's show. But we will have access to the Crystal when it does come, and it is definitely coming. But it is going to be a little bit delayed. And then we will have access to like, the Vario Aero, and these are headsets that we want to cover for everybody. So it's important that I think we did that, even though there may be people out there that say I could care less about the Pico. And that's fine. We'll
Yeah.
be here for everybody. We're always going to cover the Quest, and that's going to be probably where we'll focus mainly. But we're going to cover every headset because I think we should.
Yep, I agree completely.
And who doesn't want to have new tech in their house? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to try new shit, D. You want to try new shit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that
Exactly.
you're joining the PCVR master race, so expect to have your mind blown.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's do this. Let's give away another key, and then we'll talk a little bit about, since we're on the whole thing of new tech. Let's talk about us having to change the name of this channel.
I got to bring up one thing in chat that just popped up. Mr. Tasselhoff's in chat and said that his son found an Index, just a headset, for $20 at a thrift store.
Really?
They bought it, sent it to a friend of his, and it's been working fine.
Really? $20?
Yeah.
That could happen. I mean, you
Lucky.
get somebody who has no idea what the hell a VR headset is, and they're like, "What is this contraption? It's garbage." And they're like, "Yeah, $20. It's a $600 headset, man, on its own."
On its own, yeah.
Or some parent grounded a kid or just something
Yeah,
where
right. And
they're
it's
like,
like,
you
"I'm
know
gonna get
what,
back at
you
you."
little shit, and they sold it.
Dude,
for
that
$20.
would, if that was that parent, I would shoot myself in the face if I just sold my. If I
If they
spent
saw how much that goes
$1,000,
for. Whoa, what?
yeah, I would have to kill myself.
Wow,
I'd have
that's
to put the noose around
crazy.
my neck. Forget about Bonelab.
We never get those kind of deals up here. We don't have the population for it.
Daniel Kaz says, found the tweet with the link, about to order. Thanks for the heads up. There you go. That's why we do these things.
Oh, Daniel Cass. Yeah, nice. That was Eric Hartley that passed that info on to me. And if you look through the comments of that tweet, there's also instructions on how to install the store.
Well, that's just it too, because you can't just download the store onto your cell phone. You're going to need to sideload an APK onto your cell phone to run the store. It's a simple process. It's so
It
easy.
took 2 seconds.
It takes 2 seconds to
It
do.
only works on Android phones, for the record. But.
Correct.
Sorry,
I think
Apple.
there will be a workaround for Apple phones, but as of right now, it's just
with Apple phones
Android.
to sideload products, you need to jailbreak them, so it's a much longer process.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah, I mean that's crazy cool. Let's give away a key, and then we'll talk about again. We'll talk about if we are going to have a channel change name, or a channel name change.
I think of something
coming soon, sooner than we thought. I get this question all the time. People constantly ask me, like, "Are you changing the name of your channel?"
Yeah, same.
Look at that wheel. It's beautiful. So pretty. Can people see the wheel yet? Do they see you adjusting things?
They don't see me adjusting anything. No.
Nope.
Nice. You don't see the behind the scenes stuff.
Nope. Only you see that. What they get to see is this. Ta-da!
That's perfect. I love it. What game is this, Todd?
We are giving away a key to Shuttle Maze.
Nice. Really good game, Shuttle Maze. I really like it. Ryan Brandon says, no name changes, screw Pico. Well, we wouldn't be changing our name because of Pico.
David Crowell from Facebook.
That was, yeah, we saw David Crowell was kind of a new name, right? Because I don't think I've actually heard that name.
Can you tag him on Facebook for me, D?
Nope.
Congratulations, David Crowell. And hey, to be if this is your first time in, welcome. And to be a first time in winner is freaking pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Bearbell Man says Shuttle Maze with a question mark. Tell them about Shuttle Maze, Todd, because you spent a lot of time in this game.
Yeah, I don't know what the game type is called. There's a name for it, but it's like
it's kind of like
what was
like
that
a maze
Yuki kind of game. The controls, anyway. Just the controls.
You're controlling a ship. You're controlling a ship third person, right? You're controlling like a spaceship third person through a maze.
It's a story-driven rescue mission kind of thing. I don't want to give away the story. Really good story. The voice acting is freaking amazing and hilarious. And the whole thing is you're in this tiny little ship. You're the captain of this ship, and you have to, as the third party, like god of the game, control this little ship through this maze and through past bad guys and shooting people that are shooting at you and through secret doors and finding keys and rescuing pets, and like it's just crazy how much is involved.
Yeah.
And there's
Really,
so
it's
many
a
ways to
and
control the game, right? Like you can control it with the controller just by moving your
Mhm.
hand around. You can control it with the thumbstick. You can
Yep.
control it just by walking around in your play space. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's got a you were talking about the story. It's got a really cool like story. It's done in like little cut scenes of like,
Yeah,
with text and still photos, which is like super like
comic
retro throwback. I
retro.
love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I
It's
played it
it's
all the
well
way
done.
through from start to finish, and it was great. The story was great.
Yeah, it's well done for sure. All right, let's do this. You know what? Before we talk Quest 3, that Bradley, sadly it's Bradley, our good buddy, sadly it's Bradley was talking about in the late hours last night, talking about some leaks that he had found. Let's talk about you did some other games this week that you dropped that I want you to talk a little bit about. Hit contracts.
Yeah, so
What?
that's an App Lab game. I think it's $10,
Mm, it
and
looks pretty cool.
it was so much fun. It was John Wick. Like I know there's a Contracts VR, or there's a another mod.
Well, there's Hitman Contracts, which is part of the Half-Life Alyx
Right, it's a
mods.
mod for Half-Life Alyx. And from what
Yep.
everyone's commenting, it's very similar to that. I've never played that mod, so I don't know.
Oh my god, you need to go do it, dude.
Yeah, I should, because if it's as
On one
much
of your
fun
on
as
one of your new
this.
headsets. It's like a million times better than this, I guarantee it.
Yeah, well, and Half-Life
It's
Alyx
one
on
of the best
PCVR.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best things I've ever played, and it could definitely be a game. Right now, it's more of a tech demo, but if you took the gameplay, and you put a story around it, and give you, like, put some progression into it, or like, like some like skill branching, or
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that,
Yeah, yeah.
where it has some depth and has some beef to it. It would be one of the best games I've ever played, probably because the gameplay is phenomenal. So I can see why this is popular and why people are. There's a lot of people watching that video, man.
Yeah, it has been doing really good, and it was so much fun. Like I was laughing. Like what if you haven't watched it yet? I was laughing my ass off and trying to save this damn girl. I cut it down and made it look like I did it in one trip, but I did not make it in one trip.
You did like 100 trips.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm thinking now, looking at the name and everything. Do you think they are trying to play off of gunman? Is it gunman contracts mod, and to make this one hit contracts, right? Do you
They
think they
might
were
have.
trying to like
This is
use that?
a one-man developer, like a young guy. I don't know. I think for what he's done, the lobby needs work. The sound effects is a little weird, like your footsteps are. It
Hmm,
sounds all clunky when you're walking around. That's kind of weird.
yeah,
But the gun mechanics, the reload mechanic, it was easy. The reload mechanic, you don't actually have to put it that. It does it all for you. You just have to have the magazine near the gun itself, and then it just slides in. So in the heat of the battle, when there's like 10 guys shooting at you from all directions,
Mhm.
it was kind of nice to have fast reload mechanics because I needed it. Blue
Yeah.
Bell even says it was funny. I know she watches all my videos, and it was hilarious
Oh
when I
yeah.
was doing it.
No, she said it was funny, Todd. Yeah, for sure. Daniel Cass says, I have an iPhone. Wonder if the Pico Store APK can be side loaded to the Quest 2. Actually, it probably could. It just needs to be. It doesn't have to be a phone. It just has to be something that runs off the Android operating system. So you could do it on a pad, a
Yep.
tablet.
Yep.
I don't see why. I
You
mean,
could probably do it right
the
in the Quest. I should try that.
it, it runs off of a
This is an
Android operating
Android,
system.
right?
So
Yeah, yeah,
why
it
not?
should work.
I think I
You can
Daniel
side load
Kaz was
any
like laughing.
2D game
He
or
was
anything
he,
too.
yeah, he was LOLing that, but I really think you probably could.
Could you imagine you have to put on your Quest 2 to buy games for the Pico?
How fantastic would that be?
Oh my god, I gotta make that video.
Oh, make that video and send it to Mark Zuckerberg. He loves us anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could do it on
a Raspberry
BlueStacks
Pi.
on your desktop. That's an Android emulator for your desktop. You could do it on all kinds of stuff. So
BlueStacks.
yeah,
BlueStacks. We'll talk stacks in a little bit because I did see
yeah,
a stack sighting tonight.
he's more of a
Short
short
stack
stacks.
sighting tonight. Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's talk about. We're all set, right? We're just ready to talk about Quest 3.
Sure.
So here's the question: we are Q2C-VR Gamer Live. Why are we Q2C? Because we originally started out as a Facebook community before we went to YouTube, and we were the Quest 2 community.
The Quest 2 community was the originally, yeah.
So we were Q2C. We shortened it down, and that's what we started calling our group. And we, addressed all of our members as "Hey Q2C." Or if you ever hear me say "Hey Q2C," that is, basically it started out as Quest 2 community. That was our group, and we brought it over to our YouTube channel when we started doing this show and started creating content because it looks cool and it sounds cool. And then it became Q2C VR Gamer, and then this show is Q2C VR Gamer Live. So I get questions like this all the time, Todd, and I thought we were going to have more time to really decide what we were going to do. So yesterday, Brad puts out a video leaking the photographs and some of the specs of the Quest 3. And damn, this looks way farther along than I thought.
I know, right?
I'm a little bit nervous now.
Early 2023 is what I'm. This is huge. This many diagrams. This is big. Like they're way more farther advanced than I thought.
Well, here's the biggest question I had in my head as soon as I started watching Brad last night. The biggest question that I had right away was, are they gonna show this or announce this alongside of the Cambria? The Quest, are they gonna show it at Connect at October 11th at Connect? Well, they've already said he's kind of leaked that he's going to show the
Pro.
the Quest 2 Pro, right? So we expect we're going to see the Quest 2 Pro. But do you think it's out of the out of the realm of possibility that they go, yeah, Quest 2 Pro and Quest 3 launching next fall or next spring?
I don't know. I watched it as soon as he dropped the video last night, and honestly, that never entered my mind. But now that you've said it, you're probably right.
Now, here's the only thing that makes me think no.
Oh, this one's the Cambria.
Here's the only thing that that's definitely the Cambria. But this is the only thing that makes me think not a possibility. If they were to come out and show a Quest 3, how many Quest 2s do you think they would sell this holiday season?
It'd be kind of silly to buy a Quest 3 or a Quest 2 if you knew Quest 3 was coming out in 3 months.
Right. Now there would still be a ton sold, and I'm sure it would do just fine.
They come out with a smoke and sale for Quest 2 over the Christmas holiday.
Which they could do now. They could drop it $100 and say, here it is back at the original price, which we expect them to do anyway. But it's a legitimate thing. If this is a leak, right? I mean, if they don't want this stuff to come out, they've been putting off Quest 3 for a long time. They've been saying, Quest 2 is going to be our headset for a long time. But, this stuff has leaked. But if they come out and they show it at Ocular or Meta Connect on October 11th, they show it alongside the Cambria and say, here is the new Quest 3 coming in March of 2023 or, summer 2023 or even fall 2023. That is going to put some people off against, if anybody who was thinking about possibly buying a Quest 2 for the holiday season might go, I'll wait.
Yeah.
I might wait now and get the upgraded headset because I don't want to have to go buy a new headset next fall that's going to have way better stuff in it, right? So while I think there is maybe a possibility they show both, it's a probability, probably not. But again, this stuff here looks way farther along than I thought. And the other thing that strikes me as really crazy, they're still using the same shitty ass head strap, man. What are you doing?
It's the jock strap, but they've added 2 holes, right? Like the audio jack and the USB-C jack, so that you can't use your head strap. So it's the same shitty jock strap that you have to buy all new head straps for.
Yeah, it's the same shitty jock strap that nobody wants to use. They made it fucking worse by putting a freaking USB-C port and a 3.5 millimeter jack for your headphones
right
in the freaking strap.
Right in the hinge.
How stupid is this?
That's pretty stupid. I can only imagine it's going to swivel over top. Like it's like the jack itself isn't going to move.
Here's the deal. You may be able to pull that off, like around the jack.
I think so. I think that's how it's going to come off. It's going to pop off.
But But then they're gonna have to. So I mean, I guess you're still gonna be able to remove it, and then Kiwi or Bobo will have to make a strap
with a
that
hole in
snaps
it.
over that
Yeah.
that has a hole in it for
Right.
the freaking USB-C jack. But still, I mean, if you're trying to forget about the USB-C jack through the freaking thing. That's just stupid. But again, why are you still putting this shitty ass thing on there that you know nobody wants?
I'm okay with that. It keeps the cost down and it gives me choices. I'm okay with the jock strap. I'm gonna take it off
Like, what-
anyway, so I'd
I
rather have a
know.
Bobo with a battery on the back. So unless they come with
I
that,
guess.
I'm not gonna wear the jock straps. I don't give a shit. Keep the price down, put a shitty little strap on it, and I'll take it off and put a good strap on it.
But here's the thing, though. You're keeping the cost down, and it's great. But what did we kill them on with the Quest 2? Quest 2 was an amazing piece of hardware. There was almost nobody out there that said shit about the Quest 2 because it was an amazing piece of technology at an extremely good price. Everything was perfect except for God damn, this thing's uncomfortable. This is like the worst fitting head strap in the world. They actually made the head strap worse than the original Oculus Quest 2 was like putting a freaking brick on your head, by the way, or the Oculus Quest 1, I mean. It was like putting a freaking brick on your head. And somehow they made this head strap even more uncomfortable and harder to adjust. So I don't know. You took the one thing that people did not like about the Quest 2, and you're going to bring that over to the Quest 3. Now, these are early photo shots, and there's a possibility that they change this between now and they release it. But just even that they have this thought in their head that, hey, let's just put the same shitty head strap on this higher piece of technology. You
I
know what I
just hope
mean?
they don't. If they do make changes, it doesn't become a Cambria head strap. I'm not happy that the Cambria is coming with a solid strap that I can't replace.
That is true.
So
That is probably the biggest thing. If this one is to the point where we can remove this thing, if it is a shitty jockstrap and we can remove this thing and we can and Bobo and Kiwi and whoever else wants to make a great head strap for this thing and it will work with the way this jack is and the way the 3.5 millimeter jack is, then I'll be fine. It's just an odd look, right? You've got this beautiful piece of technology you're looking at here, and it has the worst looking strap in the world on it. I
it
just
does
don't
look
get it. You
terrible.
know what I mean?
At least put some
I mean,
padding on it or something to make it look comfortable.
I mean,
Even at
here's
the
the thing. I
back.
mean,
This
you
blue
think,
plastic thing
yeah,
that you see at the back here,
yeah.
that looks like it's just gonna hurt.
You think Apple's going to come out with their headset and have this shitty looking head? And then Apple's going to come out with a sleek looking, beautiful headset. I mean, it's going to be $15,000, but still,
And
I
you're not
mean,
gonna be able
just
to take it off.
make a nice way to just I don't know. It just looks crazy.
Padding. It needed padding. Aesthetics.
Yeah, something.
Lipstick. Something to make it look nicer than it even looks dirty. It's just dark,
Well, here's the deal.
shitty gray.
They have this great deal with Logitech, who, right, for all these headphones and shit that absolutely sucks. You know what I mean? They go, hey, let's go out and deal with another company and make shitty products that nobody wants. How about this? Kill that deal with Logitech. Go make a deal with Bobo and have them make the
Oh my
strap that
god,
comes
can
with
you
it or a strap
imagine?
that you can upgrade. And then all of a sudden, then you're selling with Bobo. That makes sense.
That
But they'll
makes
never do
sense.
that. Yeah,
No.
they'll never do that. But let's talk about the hardware now. I mean, this thing looks amazing. We're talking about, complete, um, AR cameras in the front, right? That we're going to
Yeah,
have color pass through. And did you see Zuckerberg's
I
little
did.
video he put out about him
I'm
with him fencing in
shocked
the
how
living room?
good that was. Because it's not a really color pass through. It's a black and white pass through with a color layover. But it looked perfect.
Well, yeah, and that's one thing Bradley said because he was kind of down on the black and white pass through with the color overlay on
Yep.
top of it because he said that it had issues. And from what he saw out of that video, he was impressed with how good it looked. So, for Brad to be impressed with it, I take notice and I'm impressed with it. So, I thought it looked really cool. I mean, if you can, I mean, to me, it looked photorealistic to your real living room,
Oh, it
right?
did, totally. And some of his earliest speculations were that they were going to switch it to true color pass through for the Quest 3. We knew the Quest 2 was coming with, or the Quest Pro was coming with black and white and an overlay. But
Hmm.
there was the assumption that Quest 3 was further enough away that it would be true color pass through. So he was a little
But if they have
surprised.
it to this point where it's not bad, then
Yeah, well, it's just it. It's working so well. Then why add that extra cost for color pass through? If what you already have in mass production is working, you can bring that cost down by ramping up mass production.
yeah,
So it's smart.
yeah, it really is. And then you want to keep the cost down with this too, right? Because that's the whole idea. The Quest Pro, for me, I think they roll the Quest 2 Pro out to figure all these things out, figure the technology out, figure out streaming the production, and then you figure out how to make it cheaper. So when you're ready to roll the Quest 3 out, you can still have all these amazing things in it, a lot of them that you will have in the Quest 2 Pro, but at a cheaper price.
And another thing, the Quest 3, at least this iteration, is supposed to be compatible with the Quest Pro dock. The Quest Pro comes with a docking station, like the Bobo one behind me. So you just sit your headset
Right.
down and it charges magnetically. This has the 3 magnetic pieces on the bottom of the headset itself that'll enable you to use that dock. Because I don't think it's going to come with a dock. It's going to come with USB-C charging capability. But if you have a Pro, you can also use the dock.
Right.
Is what I think.
Which is kind of cool. I like that idea.
But
Yeah,
yes,
I
there are
mean,
people saying in chat, no eye tracking, no face tracking, and that is correct. That was a little bit of a surprise to me.
yeah.
But definitely going to
Well,
keep the
I
price
mean,
down, though.
Right. I think they want the no eye tracking, no face tracking. I think they really wanted it, but they prefer the AR. So if we're talking, the best AR that we can get with it, with mixed reality, that's really, I think, the direction that they have gone. Instead of pushing the direction of facial tracking and eye tracking, they have actually put more of the focus on mixed reality, making the perfect color pass through. I think it's going to be way better than we think. And I think the AR part of this VR headset is going to be really, really good. That is my thought, because there's no way they're giving up facial tracking and eye tracking if they don't have something big with AR, because they want this to be a social headset. The facial tracking and the eye tracking is big for them. The only reason they're giving it up is if they have something else to show you, and I think the AR is what the other thing is.
Yeah, I agree. And Onakazi says you might be able to get a dock separately, and that's probably right. It'll be an add-on for the Quest 3, for sure. Something else they're going to sell.
You might be able to get what separately?
The dock.
The what?
It's a dock, dude. Just fucking get over it. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, I love it. D, every time he says doc.
How do I say dock differently than anybody else?
I hear him say doc, dude.
Yeah, that's why I say it, dock.
Get your
saying
mind out of the
doc.
gutter, dude.
He says doc, like DAWK.
No.
Yes, he does.
No, I say dock, like DOCK. Dock.
Yeah, now you are, because you're
Shut up.
you know what you're saying.
Hey, remember, Todd, you have all the power in here.
That's right, I
Remember?
do.
You do.
Oh wait, sorry, I'm not supposed to take sides.
D, how
comment.
dare
No
you?
comment. No comment. I take it back.
Where's my button? I don't have a button.
No button.
Onakaze says no eye tracking. What makes me think just may be a possible Q3 instead of definitely the next one. I don't know what that exactly meant. No eye tracking is what makes me think this just may be a possible Quest 3 instead of definitely the next one.
I think it is the Quest 3.
Yeah, what Bradley's showing? No,
Yeah.
this is definitely I think this is definitely a Quest 3.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I guess it's just, and I think we're going to see it in 2023. I think. My question is when in 2023, and they are upgrading this also to the next version of the XR2 chip. It's the XR2. Is it version 2
It's
or whatever
version
they
2,
call it?
yeah. That's what's in the
so
Pro
you're
as well.
you're getting the higher version of the XR2 chip, which is going to be able to run things a lot easier, and you're going to be able to put a lot more fidelity behind what we're looking at. Looks like a Quest 1.5, Ryan Brandon says. Now, it does look smaller to me. The gasket looks really big to me for some reason, but the front of the headset looks way smaller to me.
Pancake lenses, smaller
Yeah,
battery.
it's going to have pancake lenses. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. No, with the strap, no battery in the back. So battery in the front again.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, because everybody wants to be able to remove the strap and
Balance.
make the strap balance, make the whole thing balanced. But by doing that, by doing it to where you have this type of strap instead of the other way, like the Cambria is, you have to have that battery back in the front of the headset again.
Right.
Okay, so that's putting more weight to the front of the headset again. So this, it's a trade-off. I don't know. I have to wear the Cambria and see how much of a difference it makes not having the battery in the front of that headset.
Yeah.
And seeing how that feels, because that could be, for me, I love having the lightest ass headset I can have on me, and if I can put the weight in the back more than the front, that's what I prefer. And then, if I don't know if that Cambria strap looks damn comfortable to me.
Yeah, but you're an elite guy. I'm a Halo strap
I
guy,
am.
so I don't know. I'm a little nervous to try the Pico on because same reason you can't change the strap on that either.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah,
But
I don't know. Are we going to be Q3C?
no.
No, we're not going to do that. D, any good ideas for names?
Not yet. Give D some time.
How about QDC?
Hey,
QDC.
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 I think we'll always be Q2C no matter what. We'll see. Facebook group may have to change, but I think our channel here will always be Q2C.
Yeah, we might just change
see
what the
what happens.
the Q and the C mean.
Yeah, just come up with a good reason, a good name to have Q2 and a C in our name and our real name, and we'll definitely go to that.
And then we'll just stick with that. Yeah.
Onikazi says too close to the shopping channel. What was that? Yeah, what's that shopping channel?
QVC.
What is it?
QVC.
QVC. All right. Yeah, my mother-in-law shops there all the time.
Oh, is that a thing? We haven't had a shopping channel here since the 80s.
I think we still have QVC. Yeah. Yeah. Ryan Brand says Q69C.
Right.
You know who likes to do 69C?
My mom.
Nice. I didn't say it. You did. Karina Stimson says, otherwise I'll need a new shirt.
Yeah, right.
You're going to need a new shirt anyway because you got the new logo now. The new logo is so cool.
I got to get on.
I haven't even bought one yet. All right, so let's tie the ribbon around the Quest 3. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Progress, right? We've been waiting for a headset now. Quest 2 is 2 years old this year. Am I right with that, or 3?
Quest 2's 2 years old.
2 years old this year. So we're getting into the later part of its life cycle. I was talking to the Character Bank guys today, the guys that made Ruins Magus.
Yeah.
They said to do that game, they pushed that Quest 2 to the limit that they could push it to get it on that headset. And that, for me, is not a super graphically, it's a great looking game. It's beautiful. But, I mean, they said that they were doing everything they could to get every little bit out of that game and get it on the Quest 2. So, for me, its life cycle is quickly coming, right? I mean, we need new hardware eventually.
Yeah,
I'm not saying we need it tomorrow.
If we don't get new hardware soon, we're just going to get more cooking games.
Oh, don't say it. Don't
right?
say it.
Like
Don't
the
say
developers are going to give up on AAA kick-ass content if they can't put it on a piece of hardware. So
yeah, 2 years old, October 13th. I do remember it very well. Yeah, and again, I'm not saying the Quest 2 is going to be irrelevant tomorrow, and it may not even be relevant for another year because I think it'll still be relevant when the Quest 3 is still launched.
I still have my Quest 1. My kids still play with it.
Yeah, so do I. I still have mine.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be relevant even into the future. Past the Quest 3, they're gonna, and when the Quest 3 does come, they'll be cheaper in price, and then all of a sudden we're gonna have $200 headsets. You know what I mean? And if we can get somebody in who wasn't going to buy one, and we can get somebody in a VR for $150 or $200, instead of $400 or $300, then that's a good deal. You know what I mean? So, the Quest 2 is not going anywhere, but eventually we need to move on. The people that want to move on need to be able to move on, just like anything else.
Right.
You want the newest cell phone so you can get the best whatever you want out of your new cell phone. You want the best TV. You want the best console. Eventually, you got to move on from your PlayStation 4 and go get a PlayStation 5. Right? Same thing here. We need to eventually move on, and we're going to do that. We are going to move on, and we're going to move on right now to a different topic.
All right.
Let's. We're almost 2 hours in. I do want to talk about why I'm in Miami here real quick. And
he's not a storm chaser.
Yeah, I am definitely not a storm chaser. And I flew down here. Like I originally was going to come to Miami on Thursday, and I was going to fly in on Thursday, and then the freaking hurricane was all coming, and I'm like, I either got to cancel or I need to get in there before the hurricane comes because I am not flying into a freaking hurricane, D. So I moved my flight to Wednesday, and then all of a sudden things shifted, and they're like, "Yeah, it's going to hit sooner now." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So luckily, my wife moved my flight to Tuesday, and that kind of foobarred my whole week because I had a whole bunch of plans because I was going to be home until Thursday. But I'm like, "All right, get me out of here early. I'll leave." I left it. I was up at 3:30 in the morning to go to the airport.
I know
on
you
Tuesday.
said you had to.
had like 2 hours of sleep. And I flew in here and got in here early. I got in, the plane was a little dicey flying in here, but we got in here pretty good. And then all hell broke loose as soon as I got here. That first day and a half was just crazy. And that's why I had so much VR time, is because you weren't going outside to do anything. I mean, it
Nope.
was so windy and the freaking rain was just pouring. And that hurricane just skirted. I mean, we barely got touched by it, and it was
Yeah.
bad here. So I couldn't imagine being in the path of these things.
I
And
watched a TikTok today from Myrtle Beach, and they had from a dock in Myrtle Beach. I think it was Myrtle Beach.
No. Myrtle Beach is where I'm at, where it's headed.
It's headed to you. Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Hollywood, Florida Beach. Maybe.
North Fort Myers Beach, where it was just trashed.
Yeah,
and
that
there
maybe
was
that was it actually.
piers gone. Yeah.
Yeah, stores were gone. The piers were gone. Like, oh my god,
Yeah, the
it
pier
just
was
looked
gone. Fort
terrible.
Myers.
Yeah, that might be the one.
Cape
Yeah,
Coral.
it was,
It was
guys,
crazy.
there was some just, I mean,
Anybody out there who's in
amazing.
Florida, I hope you're doing good.
People trapped in their homes, like on the
Yeah.
second level, and water's like halfway through their house. Or this is why I hate coastal living, man.
It was scary shit, man. I
don't want this no
my
more.
dumb ass was flying into it, and then, people were like, "Dude, you're so stupid." I'm like, I know,
Let's avoid the
But-
hurricane. Here's MASH. Let's go straight for
let's
it.
fly into the hurricane. But I did it for a good reason, because there is a huge event going on down here that I wanted to come down and cover and support it, because it's important, and it's going to bring light on virtual reality and esports and virtual reality, and that is the Vail Major, is being held right here in Miami on Saturday, and it's a day-long event. And it's going to be celebrated in a really big way. They've got a ton of tickets sold for this thing for people to come in and watch. We have four teams of 5 members. I think 4 play, but they all have 5 in case they need to switch somebody in and out. So you have 4 teams from around the country, around the world. I think people were competing. They had a bracket system, and people have been competing for weeks now, and they have gone through eliminations, and they finally got down to the final 4 teams, and these 4 teams are going to competitively play Vail in VR here in Miami live in front of an audience, and they're competing for $35,000 put up by Labs for this amazing, amazing event. And I wanted to come be a part of it. I have never really done an esport, and to do an esport in VR is amazing. I've seen a little bit of Echo Arena played in person at AWE this year. They had some people playing Echo Arena live on stage, which I thought was cool, but it wasn't really a competitive environment. This is for $35,000. You have people playing for a lot of money. And to put the spotlight on virtual reality is pretty cool, because you're going to see a lot of people here, a lot of important people in the Miami area that probably don't know anything about VR, or probably seeing VR for the first time, are going to witness it. And man, I was nervous for them. I was nervous for the studio, AXE Lab studio, because with the storm, I'm like, they might not do this thing, and they have to get people in from all over the place. Then they have to be able to set it up, and people, where they're going to cancel. And I actually got a chance to go down and speak with Jonathan, their CEO today, and just their whole team. I got to meet the entire team they have there at AXE Labs, and the game is great. If you guys had a chance to try Vail, I know that they've been having people test it for a long time, so a lot of people have had access to it. It's going to launch tentatively November of this year onto Steam, and they are working on possibly bringing this to the Quest 2 as well. But it's a really, really good competitive shooter. It's one of the best you'll find out there. Super high quality, and they're going to play it live, guys. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's super cool. To see this with such a big prize money, and on the world stage is cool. This is the trajectory VR needs. This is cool.
Yeah, for sure. We don't see this a lot in VR, so to be able to do this, I think, is kind of a cool thing, and I'm really stoked about it. And that's why I was so happy, to come down and check it out, and see what it's all about. And again, I've never done one of these live events, and I was so happy to be able to. Number one, I came down here to meet the character bank guys too, the guys who made Ruins Magus. Really nice guys. They came all the way from Japan to come, and they're showing Ruins Magus here. So during the event, they're going to be like some booths at the same place, and you have Liv here. who's going to be showing off, doing their stuff with Live, and then they have Ruins Vegas here. You're going to have a couple other companies here as well, some haptic companies and
And
some
Thrill
gun
Seeker's
stock companies.
doing panel or something, I think.
Yeah, he's doing like a halftime show, and we have some of our good friends here. We have Gamertag VR is here. He's hanging out, and we have Mike VR Oasis is here, and Adam Bombati is here. Kaz and Cherry are here. I saw Kaz tonight. I did not see Cherry. I don't know if she's here, but I know Kaz is definitely here. Saw her earlier, and yeah, that's where I came from earlier. I was at the Vail studio, and I was just checking, doing a studio tour and meeting them and hanging out, and they were doing some demos on some Vario equipment, and I was hanging out with our buddy Short Stacks was there. Short Stacks does some work for AXE Labs, and he flew in from California, Todd.
Wow.
And he's
Cool.
here, and he's going to be covering the event and doing some.
He was in
doing
the
some filming
semifinals
for
too
them.
for this Vail
He
Miami
was.
thing. So.
Yeah, he had a chance to win it. So
Yeah.
beautiful offices. These guys have their stuff together. Todd, I saw a computer there, had two 3090 Ti's in it.
Holy
Two.
crap.
They're the guy that does their graphical 3D work. This was his rig, man, and he said sometimes this doesn't even cut it. Two 3090 Ti's. I was like, holy crap, man! I didn't get it. I should have got a picture of it.
Yeah,
The thing
wow.
was huge because it was all open. It wasn't even in a case. It's open. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like I got a stand. It's like just there's no sides on it or anything. It's so cool.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy.
That's Dee's next computer.
3090s.
She has to sell
I
a
want to
kidney
buy
in their left arm.
I need them. I need them.
I know, right?
Nope. Not unless there's a buy one get one, which I doubt that's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, right. I don't know. With mining being dead, there's a lot of mining cards on the market.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's we'll wrap that up. That's Vail. It's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'll when we come back and speak next, I'll have some more information on it. And I spoke to I said Jonathan from the studio today, and they want to come on and do the show, and I'd love to have them come in. After things settle down for them, maybe we'll have them come in October or November and talk to them and get their story. And it sounds super interesting, and it looked really cool, and the game is great, and I'm so happy that they're doing this. And anytime we can put light on VR, I think this is a good thing, and they're bringing it, man. They're bringing it. It's gonna be fun.
Cool.
Okay. I don't have chat for some reason. It just won't come up for me. But
Onkazi was wondering if they were the NFT guys, and yes, they are the NFT guys. He found an article about them as well. I have to look into that and see. And I think they've steered away from that.
They have.
I'm
pretty sure they have. Yeah.
Like over the last 3 or 4 months or something. I think Stuart Sachs was telling me something about that when we were in Seattle.
Yeah, I think that I don't want to say exactly, but I think you're right on that. I think you're right on that.
A little bit off topic, but speaking of NFTs, I went into Neos today.
Did you go into Neos finally? Did you go with Skiva or by yourself?
All by myself.
Oh.
And
they say that's the worst thing to do.
Now.
Not when you're technically inclined. I had a blast.
Oh, man.
Oh, did you hear that? Hey, D, he's like this big. His head's
I'm
like,
hurt.
how can he even keep himself tipped up? He's like, Valve Index. Oh, Pico 4. Oh, I'm so technically.
You guys just don't know what you're doing.
Oh.
You don't know what you're doing.
Oh.
I didn't go in any of the worlds because I was a little nervous to actually talk to people. I found this
talk show, bro.
Oh yeah, I can do this.
No, it's not that. I found this avatar room where you can pick your avatars, and the majority of them were all furries. So I was a little concerned. So I thought I'd just
be a furry. Well, you don't think you could be a furry?
I don't want to be a furry.
You can do it. Oh, I want to see you as a furry.
But
man.
I did have quite fun, and I learned all the basics and stuff. So I'm ready for my next adventure in Neos. Yeah, it was kind of fun actually. It was like really fun.
I want to do it. I want to get in there myself. I want to do it. I want to hang out in Neos. I've been talking to Skiva about it, and I'm going to do it very soon. Like when I get back, I would like to do it. So I'm glad you went in and checked it out.
Yeah, well, we should get together and record our first tour through Neos.
That's a great idea. We should make a video.
Jasmine did a Neos for Beginners video, and I didn't watch it until after I had already been in there, but she covers all the stuff that the tutorial covers, but just a little bit more in layman's terms, makes it a little easier to understand. And I think they've done a lot of upgrading to the UI because it really isn't complicated. I don't know. A lot of the reviews I watched months ago were how just you get in there and you don't know what to do because there's no buttons and you don't know how to find a world or do anything. And that's not like that at all now. It was very easy to move around and like very, very easy. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Skiba has been asking me for a year to get into Neos, and for some reason, I don't know why. It's not that I don't want to get in there. Social VR is not really my thing. That's my biggest thing, but I guess it's way more than that.
But you can go in there and do
see-
like after the fall kind of games with people and go around and do first person shooter stuff or go do race cars or go do look at the stars or go watch a movie.
Literally, these guys say it's like VR life changing for you when you get in there. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that good. You know what I mean? They're like, Skiva, Z Storm, Short Stacks. They all spend a ton of Tribe Grey Wolf. They all spend a ton of time in there actually building worlds in there. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. A lot of what they're doing. Creeper Betty spends a lot of time in there. So,
I even figured out a way to import 3D models today. I don't know what I can do with them yet, but
really,
it's really neat. Yeah, I could see how you could get lost. And like time wise, just spending hours and hours and hours and hours. It was really cool.
Everybody's talking about White Castle.
Sliders, dude.
I would love a White Castle or Crystal Burger, right? Do you have Crystals down south?
No, forget Crystal.
White Castle and Crystal are pretty much the same, dude.
No, they're not.
We don't have.
They're the same thing.
White Castle is the nope.
White Castle and Crystal. It's the little tiny burger with a pickle.
No, White Castle is the best. You're wrong.
What are you talking about?
Colonel
Same
Sanders.
Shit,
Shut up.
We don't have either of those up here.
Really?
I don't know.
Well, you got
White Castle.
You have
used to have, but they went broke years ago.
Syrup and bacon, Canadian bacon, and
that's all you need, man. Pancakes and maple syrup.
Molson Bradora.
Grill up a black bear on the barbecue in the backyard.
Oh shit! How cold is it there, dude? Is it getting cold?
Oh my god, it's 29 degrees, 30 degrees, so it's like 85, 90. It's gorgeous. So it's like the warmest September we've had in decades. Which just means the snow is coming and it's coming fast.
Yeah, right. You're so screwed.
Yeah, it is really, really nice weather here.
Temperature has drastically dropped.
Well, for you guys, right? The storm's coming, so yeah. Echo into the future says Moose Burger is freaking godly, and he's correct. It is. Elk Burger is freaking awesome. Moose is awesome.
Hey, I'm not eating any elk or D.
You got to come up to Canada for Gamescom Canada, and we'll take you to some good restaurants. Yeah, it'll be fun.
That's a thing. Gamescom Canada. I'll do it. I mean, we go to everything. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
Am I staying at your house?
No.
Son of a bitch. I want to come and use your new Pico 4 and your Pimax.
If I have it by then.
The first one he gets or the second?
I know, right?
Bluebell asks
I think you should give one away to the group. You should give one away to the group. If you get two Pico 4s, you should give one away to the group and do a nice drawing.
That might work actually if I get two.
Yeah, for sure.
I could probably do that.
All right, so let's start to wrap this thing up. We've been going for about 2 hours now, and is there anything that we didn't cover that we wanted to cover that I don't remember? I don't have my show notes open anymore.
No.
I think we're pretty good. I would like to say one thing. So the VR world lost a pretty important person this past week in Dave Station VR, or Dave Wilcox. He meant a lot to a lot of people in our community, to a lot of people in the PSVR Without Parole community. And, I knew Dave and I was friendly with Dave, and he was a really, really good guy. He always made me smile. He always made me laugh. And the world is a worse place without him. And it's a sad thing. And, I feel for his family, and a lot of the PSVR Without Parole community, a lot of these people knew him personally, as a good friend personally, not just as a content creator. And I feel for these people. And
I just dropped a link to the GoFundMe for Dave.
Yeah.
Brian Paul's doing a GoFundMe to help raise some money for the family to cover funeral costs and get the body moved and stuff like that. So if you're in the giving mood, it's a great cause.
It is. Yeah. Help if you can. Don't worry if you can't, but if you can, try and help out. And yeah. There's not much more I can say on that other than it took me completely by surprise, and
We were in
I
a meeting
was
or something. Like how we and you were talking or something when it happened.
yeah.
It was
Tass had
in
put
show
it
prep.
in.
Oh, show
Yeah,
prep.
we were in show prep meeting,
Okay.
and Tass had put it in, and I was shocked. It took me a long time to get over it, and it's affected a lot of people. Especially Brian Paul and AJ from PSVR Off Parole and PSVR Underground. Wes, Roots, myself. We've done stuff with Dave in the past. We've done shows with Dave. He's been a big part of the PlayStation crowd and the content creator crowd for years. Guy that always made me smile. He was always a funny guy, and there wasn't a mean bone in that guy's body. Just a really good guy, and unfortunately, gone way too young. And rest in peace, Dave.
Yeah, for sure.
And PSVR Without Parole, rightly so, canceled all their shows for this week, which is exactly what they should have done. And Virtual Strangers we decided last night also that probably wasn't the best idea to go. I actually had thoughts about canceling this show, but we had planned already with Jason Parks about having him in, and I didn't feel right about canceling on him, even though he ended up not working out anyway. But that's one of the reasons that we didn't do it. But trust me, I had come very close to deciding to cancel this show as well. But in the end, life goes on, and we'll hang our heads here for a minute, and we'll remember Dave for all the good times and all the good things that happened. But to all the people that are hurting out there for him, I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah.
All right, let's end this on a happier note, and we have one final key to give away, and let's do that.
And I got one thing here that I've been asked to show, and I keep forgetting. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, for sure. Is it naked picture of you?
Dude.
And who asked for it? D. Are you asking for naked pictures of Todd
Dude,
again?
would you stop? No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want
No.
to see that. It's going to be him in
No.
his furry outfit. Do you think it's going to be him like shirtless?
I
with
can
his,
still
like-
hear you when the camera's off.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
shit.
Oh my god, man.
Damn it, D. I thought he couldn't hear me. You told me he couldn't hear me, D.
No, I heard that
Shit.
too. It wasn't her.
Oh shit. See? Don't, like I said, don't pull me into your shit. There you go.
Look at that thing, dude.
There you go. He's not focusing because he's so bright.
Yeah.
That is is that the Rat King? That's not the Rat King though.
It is labeled the Rat King in the
It's not.
files.
It's the scab. It's the scab rat or whatever they call
Yeah,
it. The large one.
I found out from Kyle actually was sending tweets out, or maybe it was Felipe, tagging Resolution Games to figure out what the hell it was, and it is just the Scab Rat, not the Rat King. But he's glow in the dark, so he actually turned out pretty
That's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it's
huge.
super cool. I love it. I just want to say Larry Kirk is in chat, and he said, "Number one, rest in peace, Dave." But he also said it's my birthday, so
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday,
shout
Larry!
out, happy birthday, Larry Kirk, and D will sing you happy birthday right now. Go ahead, D.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, Marilyn Monroe like it.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, D, go ahead.
No, that's it. He's done, dude. He's done. Cut it out. Let's go.
Dude.
I want to cause
That
you
is the
know I printed
funniest
that
thing.
with tree supports that I put myself, so that I wouldn't have issues getting it all off. So I still had
And
some
you had
issues because the
issues-
file
and you had issues getting it all
Yeah,
off.
the file is janked, so I need to fix the file before I try another one.
Hey, Bright Club says his birthday is tomorrow.
And so
D.
is Wolveraz's. What
Oh,
the
man.
hell,
Well,
dude?
this is tomorrow too.
What
Hey,
the
D,
hell?
let's a little more happy
Yeah,
birthday.
come on, D.
Everybody, all three of us.
All right, you ready?
All right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Absolutely.
Wasn't that good? No.
Happy birthday, guys. Big 63 for Larry
Wow.
Kirk. Hell yeah. Holy crap, somebody was actually older than me, D.
I know.
But like a week.
You're gonna be.
Shush.
What? What you don't want me
No.
to say?
Nope.
What? Hey,
Nope.
hey Todd, can you cut his feet while we tell everybody what his
What?
Okay, he's gonna be.
I can still hear.
Yeah, but this.
Oh no!
Damn. You can still hear everybody.
Oh shit. Forever 30. Absolutely. That's me. Forever 30. I'm hoping this birthday will be better than my last birthday, Todd, as we had a major thing going down my last birthday.
Yeah, let's not tell them that
Let's hope.
me and D are leaving.
We're going to form our own group. See you later.
Peace.
Man. All right, so let's wrap this thing up. I do want to say, guys, we have 2 keys for Boneworks that we are giving away, and if you want to win a copy, I assume you're already subscribers to our channel. But if you're not, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Go to the Facebook group and then comment in the Facebook group on the post, and you will be entered to win a key for Bonelab. We have 2 that we're giving away. We're going to draw them this Sunday, so it's only going to be for a couple of days. You need to be a subscriber. If you know somebody who wants to win Bonelab who's not a member of a subscriber to our YouTube channel, why haven't you got them in here before is my question. And number 2, get them in here now. Have them go subscribe. Have them go comment on the video or on the Facebook post, and they can get in to win a copy of Bonelab. Guys, these games are $40. We're giving away 2 of them. It's a lot. We're also giving away, to celebrate the Walkabout Minigolf 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea course, we are giving away a copy of Walkabout Minigolf and one of the Hello Real Pro Swing golf clubs that are basically, it's a real handle for a golf club that it makes you exactly feel like you're holding a putter. We're giving one of those away as well. So we have a key and the putter giving away to 1 lucky person. That drawing will also be this Sunday. Again, you need to be a subscriber to the YouTube channel, and you need to go and comment on the Facebook post. Go and do that right away. You guys can win something awesome. Who else can win something awesome tonight, Todd? Somebody else has a chance to win. What are we giving away? What's our last game?
Our last game is that new one, System Critical: The Race Against Time.
Yeah, that's super cool, man. This is like basically, if you want, is it Mega Man, right? Like Mega Man?
Yeah.
If you want Mega Man in VR, this is what this is like. Hey, Just Me just says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And that is absolutely true.
You're right.
And I will give those reminders in just a second, but you might as well do it now. Go hit the thumbs up. That looked very cool. What looked very cool? Look at that wheel. It's so pretty, Todd.
I know, right? I gotta get the new logo in the middle. I forgot about that.
I know, right?
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
Love it. So, guys, don't forget to hang out through our outro. We have some new pictures in the outro. We have some cool new pictures in the outro. So make sure you hang and listen to the awesome music, and then listen to the outro or watch the outro.
Could
Kyle?
be. Could be.
Spry?
Ooh, it's
Spry.
close. Kyle's Spry.
Spry
Oh, by
guy.
like a hair, Spry guy. Awesome. Congratulations on System Critical something. Isn't
The
like
Race
another part of
Against
that
Time.
game. That's it. Thank you, Todd.
Hit me up
System
on
Critical
Discord or
Race
send me an
Against
email.
Yeah, congrats, Spry guy. So close, Kyle. So close. All right, guys. I think that is going to wrap us up for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to say, thank you to Jason Parks for trying to come in here. It just didn't work out. Next Thursday, Jason Parks, Ionia. We're going to talk about what the path was there, what happened with Ionia, and how great Eolia is. We're going to talk that next week. And they have a lot of background with their studio that I'm really looking forward to getting into. So we're going to dive deep into Jason Parks next week, and you guys are going to get a real kick out of that. So definitely come and join us for that. Come and join Virtual Strangers on Sunday. I think I might be joining the guys Sunday. We'll see when I get back, but might join the guys Sunday for another great episode of Virtual Strangers. And then Crewcast Monday. Actually, no, not Monday, because GT is still going to be here. So sometime during next week, Crewcast. We just don't know when. All right, that is going to be it for us. You guys know what you got to do. You got to make sure you hit the thumbs up button, please. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, or tell somebody else to hit the subscribe button, because we really appreciate it. We are on a push for 4,000 right now. We're getting very close. So please subscribe if you're not, and then make sure you hit the notification bell, because if you don't hit the bell, you don't know when we go live, and you don't know when we drop new content like we did earlier today. All right, guys, have a great week. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Laters.
It's really fast.
Yep.
Hi, everybody. How quickly he forgets people. See, this is what happens with
Look at all those amazing people. We should be live like this all the time. Traveling man, Owen Hooper, some guy's foot.
Some guys.